Eagles are still undefeated, and Mr. Unlimited gets the win in London. Let's ride. Sport Brothers. Welcome to Sport Brothers. It's the Week 8 recap. Let's get right to it.
NFL news.
It's Week 8. We're kind of starting to figure out who's good, who's bad, who are the pretenders, who are the contenders. At the moment, I got 3 teams that I know are good for sure. You got the Buffalo Bills, you got the Kansas City Chiefs, and you got the Philadelphia Eagles. But I do think there's some teams that are playing really well and hopefully be in the playoffs, like my Dallas Cowboys. So let's take a look at the games and we'll do a brief recap.
Ravens versus Buccaneers.
Everyone thought Tom Brady was going to rise up here, but I knew he wouldn't. They're just not that good this year. Too many injuries. He just isn't on the same page. Obviously, he's got a lot of personal problems with the divorce and everything. It's just not your year, Tom. And I have to say, I'm glad to see it because I don't want to see you ever play another Super Bowl again. So piss off, Tom.
Broncos versus Jaguars.
I think this was the last game in London. I don't know if it was the last game, but one of the last games. Russell Wilson, apparently he was healing up on the plane, doing calisthenics down the aisles, and he doesn't get jet lag because he has Wolverine blood. I don't know if all that's true, but he won, and there you go. Broncos get the win. They beat the lowly Jaguars in London.
Panthers versus Falcons.
This was a good game. I saw some of it on Red Zone, whatever it's called on NFL Game Pass. Look, Carolina had a chance. DJ Moore made a great catch. They just missed the field goal, and then Atlanta drove down and kicked the field goal for the win. Simple as that. Close game, crazy division. Atlanta for the win.
Bears versus Cowboys.
Man, my Dallas Cowboys have a damn good defense. I hope that it'll carry them into the playoffs and they'll do well. Dak played all right. He actually made some passes. Chicago's obviously terrible, so I'd hope that Dallas would beat this team. They put up a lot of points, but the defense is the big story in Dallas, and I hope they keep it up because I like the way they're playing. Go Dallas.
Dolphins versus Lions.
Dolphins versus Lions. This game was pretty close. The Dolphins edged him out for the win. Looks like Tua's back. He's not concussed. At least it isn't showing any signs. He's playing okay. And with him at the helm, the Dolphins will keep winning. If he goes back down, forget about it. Lions, your season's over. I love you, Dan Campbell, but your team sucks.
Cardinals versus Vikings.
Kirk Cousins gets it done. I knew somehow he would beat the Cardinals because the Cardinals were being pretenders. Last week, everyone thought they were back because they scored so many points. But Andy Dalton threw those 2 picks, and it wasn't really all Cardinals. I think that they are going to be okay, but this year I think it's kind of a lost season for them. Maybe they'll put something together towards the end, but when you've got the Rams and the 49ers in your division and Seattle is leading, I just don't see it for the Arizona Cardinals this year. So Kyler, go play some Modern Warfare.
Raiders versus Saints.
Wow, the Saints are back. I wondered where they went. I thought they were better than they were, and apparently they are. Raiders are exactly who I thought they were. They're not very good, and they laid a big goose egg. So 24-0 Saints. Nice win.
Patriots versus Jets.
The Patriots beat the Jets. Ooh, surprise. The Patriots always beat the Jets. The Jets looked like an up-and-coming team, but ever since they lost their star running back to a terrible season-ending injury, the Jets are back to being the Jets. That was their savior. He was making it happen. He had a burst. He was a great runner, and he's gone. Sorry, Jets, you're back to being the Jets, and I think that you're going to probably end up 500 or something like that. And the Bills will win the division, so what are you going to do? Moving on.
Titans versus Texans.
Did anyone even watch this game? Who gives a shit? Titans beat the Texans by a touchdown. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Moving on.
Commanders versus Colts.
Wow, the Colts are terrible, and the Commanders are barely better than that. So, Washington wins by 1 point.
49ers versus Rams.
Jimmy G has the LA Rams number. I don't know why, I don't know what he does, but he always beats them, at least in the regular season. So another win for the 49ers and another tough loss for the Rams. I like this 49ers team. If Christian McCaffrey can keep playing like this and not get hurt, and they get Deebo Samuel back later on, they could be a real tough team to beat come playoff time.
Giants versus Seahawks.
The Seahawks beat the Giants, apparently the luckiest team in the league, and they just couldn't get it done this week. Seattle's the real deal. I never saw this one coming. When I first started talking about this season, I thought they wouldn't even win a single game, but Geno Smith has proved me wrong. Nice work, Geno. Nice work, Pete Carroll. The Seahawks have something going, and they're number one in that division. Who would have thought?
Packers versus Bills.
Bills beat the Packers. Big surprise. Everyone knew this would happen. The Bills are the team of the year so far, and I think they're getting their cornerback Tre'Davious White back. He's being activated, so look out. The Bills are legit. So you really only got 3 teams in my mind that are Super Bowl contenders at the moment. You got the Bills, you got the Chiefs, and you got the Eagles. I hope that the Cowboys will still be in the mix, and the 49ers. Those are my top 5 teams that I think are legit Super Bowl contenders right now. Everyone else is just trying to play catch up. That's pretty much it for the news. Thanks for joining the show, and until next time, Sport Brothers out.